Hey everybody, happy Sunday. So I just left church and I've been kind of busy lately, started a new role too. So wanted to check in and say hey to everybody. And I thought for today, since it's Sunday, we're going to focus on spirituality and transcendence. Those of you who know me know that I am in school for clinical social work to become a clinical therapist. However, I'm more of a fan myself of transpersonal psychology, and I feel like when you add those spiritual aspects and components to health and wellness and psychology, it's just going to further make something even that much more better. So for today, I thought we would talk about transcendence and really reaching and achieving your best self, right? So we're going to start out with some terms. Ecology is the relationship between all living things, right? So ideally, us as people, we should feel a strong connection with nature, with animals, with insects, with basically anything that is living, right? Because in all reality, the truth and what is one gigantic living organism, right? So with that being said, ecology is a relationship between all living things. Now we have our ecological self. Now this is through deep ecology. We reach a level of self-awareness through this deep ecology, which leads to such a connection through self-awareness that branches out into the total universe, even into the cosmic universe and into the divine, right? So ideally, right, when we, which is why I'm a firm believer in meditation and being present and really being in tune with what's going on around us, which is difficult for me personally as a trauma survivor, right? If you are in your ecological self, that you're going to feel such a connection to others and the world around you that it's going to allow you to really understand your role and the effect you have on the world around you, which then makes you more aware of the energy that you're putting out towards others, right? And when you realize this, that's when you gain the control and are able to influence people and situations around you, either through emotional intelligence, sharing of knowledge, sharing of resources, and all these positive things, right? So through this process of trying to reach this ecological self, this leads to our true self, right? Our true self is defined as one's experience of identity when all self-limiting, ego-related boundaries of mind are open and transcended. So let's listen to this again. When you have an experience where your identity is no longer limited by your ego and you are open and transcending and able to cross all these different barriers. Some of you may have heard this term as being identified as high vibrational, in the flow, vibing, things like this, right? This is because the ego is dissolved and you really feel this such strong connection to everything around you that, again, you want to make sure that you're playing your role within this reality around you in the best possible way, both for you and the whole of what is, right? The one gigantic organism. This leads to oneness or intimate community of the cosmos. This oneness with the universe and the reality around you definitely provides this intimate communication with the cosmos and the world around you that allows you to take in those knowledges, those signs, symbols, synchronicities, and things like that with the world around you, because you're so present. You're noticing all of these beautiful miracles that God presented us with all around us within each and every day, right? So with this being said, deep ecological awareness is where emotions, intuition, emotional intelligence, and sensitivity is coupled with logic and rational analysis through science and senses. So let's think about this. I'm going to read it again, and I want you to be thinking in terms of when you reach your highest potential and you are living in your highest self or in your self-realized, self-actualized self, where you feel that strong connection with the world around you. This deep ecological awareness, this is where your emotions, intuition, emotional intelligence, and sensitivity is coupled with logic, rationality, and it's experienced through science and the senses. Now, I don't know about you, but me, myself, I love science, any kind of science. And I love spirituality and religion and different spiritual concepts and all of that just as much. And to me, when I go to a church where the pastor or the preacher can incorporate science with spirituality, I just think it's the most beautiful thing in the whole world, right? So when we think about us, which I believe we can reach this true self through meditation and being present. Again, I know me being, having experienced a lot of trauma in my past, I tend to disassociate from my senses. That's good in bad situations, but it's bad in good situations, right? So it's kind of like, I'm sure a lot of veterans and combat veterans and things like that can relate as well. That's where they get into the, they're not feeling good and they're not feeling bad, or through disassociation, or they do feel those emotions very, very heavily and have struggles with expressing them and coping with them, right? This is another reason why I truly believe that with meditation, and if you watch my prior videos, you'll understand how brain waves, consciousness, neuroscience, psychology, and spirituality all transcend and meet together. And again, this is why I'm such a firm believer in transpersonal psychology, and I think clinical psychology is for the birds. But with that being said, if you need any resources or some insight, or you just want somebody to talk to, I have a phone, so shoot me an email at the email listed on my profile. I'm always here for anybody who wants advice or needs somebody to talk to, or just wants to know more. So God bless everybody. Enjoy your Sunday.